everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. In our previous session, we have learned about functions and its types. So I would suggest you to watch my previous video for the better understanding of the concept. In our Python tutorial series, today we will learn about built-in functions. And what are my built-in functions? Let's recapitulate it. Built-in functions are predefined functions that are already available in Python standard library, which have their own specific meaning. That means by whichever name they are available in the standard library, we are supposed to use them as it is. We cannot alter their name, otherwise they will not provide us the desired result. So today we are going to talk about type function, which is a built-in function. So first, let us understand what is the meaning of type. If I ask you that what type of pen do you have? So how will you give me an answer? You will say that I have a ball pen, or you can say I have a gel pen, I have a pilot pen, etc. etc. So these are the types of pen, right? Similarly, if I talk about Python, we used to write the expression, we used to write the values, we used to declare the variables and assigning the values to it. So everywhere we are using the values. And we have learnt about the data types also. Like if I'm writing any value, for example, I'm writing 10. So 10 is my type integer value because this is a whole number. Similarly, if I talk about a value with a fraction, then that value is known as float data type. If I write the combination of my characters, then that value is known as a string type of value. So there are multiple types of values and their data types. But how do I determine that what type of value have I written? That means if I know, maybe I don't know about that value, that what type of value is written. So how do I identify it? How do I determine it? We have type function for the same. So type function is used to determine the type of a value, a variable, or an expression. So let's have a look. Now I'm going to type type. This is my built-in function name, and if I will not write these round brackets, it will not be known as a function. But as soon as I'll type round brackets along with type, it will become a function, right? Now, let's say I am typing 20. So I want to check the type of 20. 20 is my value. Press enter. I am getting class integer. Int stands for integer. And class means, that means this value belongs to integer class, right? Similarly, if I type, if I type over here 20.5, right? So what will happen? It is going to return me float value because 20.5 is a number with a fraction, right? And 20 is my whole number. So this is the difference between integer and float value. Now I'm going to give you one more example. I'm not going to write any number, but I'm going to type Python, which is a combination of characters. Now after pressing enter, what am I getting? Class str, and str stands for string. Similarly, next example, I can write over here type true. So as I have told you in my variables video also, that we can have Boolean values, and there can be two values only, either true or false. So true, if I'm writing, that means I'm not writing the string, but I'm writing a value, because true is also known as a value. So after pressing enter, what will I get? I'll get bool. Bool stands for Boolean value, right? Similarly, if I type over here false, F-A-L-S-E, false, and press enter, again I'll get bool, because true and false, these are my Boolean type of value. So this is how we determine the type of any value written inside the type function. So as I told you that type is a function which is used to determine the type of a value or a variable or an expression. So we have talked about the values over here. Now I am going to switch on to the variable. Let's say I am writing a is equal to 3. Okay. So I want to determine the type of my variable a, that what type of value is it holding. So what will I do? I will write type of a. So instead of writing 3 inside the brackets, I am writing the variable name which is holding a value. So after pressing enter, what will I get? Integer. Why? Because a is a variable which is holding an integer type of value. Similarly, if I say a is equal to 3.6, now what will happen? If I write type of a, it will return me float. Because earlier variable a was holding 3, but now after writing 3.6, that means 3.6 value is overwritten on my previous value, and right now my current value is float type. So that's why my type function is returning float. Another example, I can say computer, right? This is neither my integer value nor my float value. So what will I get over here? If I'll write type A, then I'll get string, because now my this value is overwritten onto this previous value. So after overwriting it, it has become string type of variable. So this is how we determine the type of any variable also, right? Next example is that we can determine the type of an expression also. And what are my expressions? As I told you in the operators video also, that expressions are the combinations of operands and operator. So let's say I'm taking two values, a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 5.6. So if I determine a plus b, then what will happen? That means if I add 2 plus 5.6, it is going to return me 7.6. And 7.6 is my float number. So again, I'm going to get the same result. That means a plus b expression is returning me a float type of value. So this is how we determine the type of an expression also. We can try some more expressions over here. Like I can say 33 integer division by 5. So I'm getting integer. Why? Because this double division operator is my integer division, which always return an integer value. That's why this expression is going to return me this integer, and my type function is returning me in type of value. So we have tried almost all the values over here. We can try some more examples. Like I have shown you this integer division. I can show you float division also. So if I write only one division operator over here, I'll get float as a result, right? Similarly, I can do one more thing, like I can type over here C is equal to A into B, okay? And if I print C, what will I get? I'll get 11.2. Why? Because A value is 2 and B value is 5.6. And we are going to multiply, and the C variable is going to hold the multiplication of these two numbers, right? Now what am I going to do? I'm going to determine the type of my C. So it is returning me float. I can write it straightforward also, like type of A into B. Then also I'll get the same result. There are some sequences also in Python, like tuple, list, and dictionary. So if I write over here, list 1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have written 4 values over here inside square brackets. This pattern of writing the values is known as a list. Similarly, if I write over here list 2 and I write the values in round brackets, so 1, 2, 3, 4. The same values I have written in round brackets. This pattern of writing the values is known as a tuple. Another example, list 3 is equal to, if I make these curly brackets and I write 1 A, now 2 is B and 3 is C, and close curly brackets. So this pattern of writing the values is known as a dictionary. Okay. So in my program, I have used multiple expressions. I have done multiple calculations over there. So I don't know that what type of values are there in my list 1, list 2 and list 3. Okay, and I want to determine the type of that. So what can I do for that? I can simply write type of list 1. Press enter, it is going to return me the value as type list. That means this belongs to the data type list. Class is basically a data type. So class list. Similarly, if I write over there, in place of list 1, if I press 2, then it is going to return me a tuple type of value. Similarly, if I type over here list 3, then I'll get the result as dict. Dict stands for dictionary. So type is a function which is used to determine the type of a value, a variable, an expression, or we can say a sequence also. List, tuple and dictionaries are the sequence because they are holding multiple values one at a time inside their boundaries. So we have learned much today. This is enough for the day, I guess. So in my next tutorials, I will come with more information. Keep watching the videos, keep practicing. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.